Hello, welcome. We are excited to have this exchange. Well, it's not really an exchange at this time, but we are excited to be here as always. We love to share what we know with you. We love to interact with you, and we would ask that more of you speak with us. Don't feel that you are off limits for some reason, that you must just listen. Open up to the possibility that we are there with you, because we are. We're there. And in due time, which is just around the corner, we feel, you will be able to actually see us, to experience us. Maybe not quite in the same way you experience each other, but you will be able to experience us through your five senses, in particular through your sense of sight and through your sense of hearing. So know that this is what is part of the plan. Why? Why is this happening? Because the world in which you are living is changing, which is what we really want to talk about, more important than us being visible to you. We're there. We are there in greater numbers. The Galactic Federation, we are there in greater numbers. More are coming because you have allowed that. But we're here really to tell you that things are really moving quite rapidly. You are moving along with the energies, the frequency and vibration that is shifting on your planet. You are aligned with that. The thing is that many of you do not see it. You are being shown an illusion for good reason, but being shown an illusion of things in your world being static, or even maybe stepping back to old patterns. And you may see this reflected in your personal lives or not, but make note of it. There's a reason for it, because the need for you to have your focus on what is in truth not real, so that you can understand how you have been buying into, if you will, the illusion. It's very important that you know that. So allow yourselves to look at this period of what you might call inactivity. Things aren't shifting. We should be moving forward. Why aren't more people awakening? What's going on? And I'm not saying all of you see it this way, but many of you do. Many of you are finding comfort in the fact that the world seems to be moving back to what you consider to be normal. That is an illusion. You will find out soon enough that it is illusion, because beyond that illusion of your world going back to normal, all of you living your lives like you did before, that doesn't exist. It was an illusion to begin with, but you must understand how you were part of the creation of that illusion. So you are living out that illusion at this current time. Don't be frustrated with it. Don't feel like things are not changing and shifting and moving. They are moving so rapidly, as we said, beyond what you are able to see and sense and experience. Trust that, because when it happens that you will awaken to what it is that you have been believing to be the truth of your existence, this illusion that we've been talking about, you will awaken in a way in which will ensure that you have no doubt about what it is you have been experiencing. Maybe not in all of its detail, but you will understand that it has been an illusion, that you have been manipulated, that you have allowed the manipulation, not because you wanted to, well, some of you have, but because it was so deeply ingrained in humanity for many thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So part of what you are experiencing right now that may feel as if everything is at a standstill, or as we said, for some of you, it may feel like it's going back to what you call normal. Oh, we're going to live our lives like we did before. We would say that you will soon discover, we don't know what soon means for you, but for us, you will soon discover that that is not true. Do not be afraid. Look at your world from that place of love and compassion that we have always encouraged you to do. Feel yourself as a sovereign being. Know your sovereignty. So nothing can shake that foundation. That's the truth. That is what will guide you through the, let's say, exposure of what this illusion is, why it was there, how it worked, how it functioned. And some of you may be nodding your heads going, yes, I understand, because I have been seeing that. I have been experiencing it. You may be experiencing the results of the collapse and the shifting of timelines. You may be experiencing things in a way that you say, this doesn't feel real. You're starting to say, I'm not buying into that. There's something more, something that you feel within you. Every one of you will experience it how you need to experience it, in the way that you need to experience it, that will allow you to free yourselves from that illusion. That's really the point. And you'll see it. Some of you may say, well, does something really drastic have to happen? Does there need to be an end of the world or some event that will cause the end of the world? We don't know. We don't know what you're planning. You see, that is the whole key here. What are you really planning? What are you buying into? Because remember, we have told you this many times. There is a force that we call the dark that exists, that loves manipulation, loves to mimic. It has no sense of its own creative abilities. It loves to mimic. So it has created a reality that is where you are very easily manipulated, because they have learned how naive and innocent humanity is. Don't take that as an offense. It's a beautiful thing. But you must, in order to free yourselves, again, there are no rights or wrongs or have to do something. But if you want to free yourselves and move with the energies of the ascension that are present beyond this illusion, on the sides of this illusion, underneath this illusion, and through this illusion, if you want to do that, you must understand it. You must declare yourself a sovereign being, and you must practice that. You must practice compassion and love. Those are of a vibration that these forces that have created this illusion along with you, that's how they keep you entrapped, by convincing you that what's best for you is to think about you and you only, and not about the bigger picture, not about all of you and your connectedness to all that is. They discourage you from thinking of yourself as a divine being, that you could be as powerful and creative as what you consider the divine to be. You consider that to be wrong, many of you. Instead, that's exactly who you are. You are an expression of the divine, and the divine created you in order to have this experience of experiencing itself in this density that you call third dimensional density. So it's all been part of the plan. So really, you are that expression of the divine. You have complete control over your reality. And this experience that you are going through at the present time is allowing you to see how you have been manipulated, how this has been affecting you. And you may already see it. Like we have said, many of you are probably already seeing the ways in which your reality is manipulated. And maybe you'll laugh a little bit and say, oh my goodness, look what I have been buying into. So you need to go through this. You need to feel the experience almost of everything being stagnant or maybe going back. You need to go through that. But as always, we advise you to go through it with that sense and knowledge and wisdom grounded in the truth of who you really are, and that is a sovereign divine being. And nothing can harm you. It won't. You will see in due time where you are headed as humanity all together. Not everyone will be on board. It is just the way it is. But do not worry about that, for each of you has the ability to choose. And you have eternity, and they have eternity, those that choose not to follow the ascension line. They have eternity to figure it out. But those who hear these messages, you are ready. You are ready to leave behind the limiting belief that this is your reality. When I say this is your reality, that earth as you experience it from that third dimensional plane is truth. Many of you know this. Not sure what it means, but you feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to be guided. This is your liberation that you have created. But do not have disdain for that which seems stagnant, that which seems the illusion. Learn from it. Look at it for the truth of it. And look at it and say, wow, how powerful we must be to be part of the creation of this illusion. Because there are many beautiful things in your illusion. So, we want to say to you, continue to be courageous. Continue to be the warriors that you are. There are many battles going on, very strong, intense battles, the language you like. For this is not just a battle for your world here. It's out through the cosmos. But it's not to be feared. It is to be rejoiced, if you will, because now is the time. You've been entrapped, and many others that you are not aware of have been entrapped also. We have not spoken much of that, and we'll save that for another time to go into detail. But there are other races outside of humanity that have also been entrapped. And they are also with you and the Galactic Federation and the other groups of light beings, ready, unafraid, extremely courageous, knowing that all are sovereign beings and moving forward. So pat yourselves on the back. Reach out to each other. Seek to form alliances in your community. Speak your truth. Find it first. Be comfortable with it and speak it. Now is the time. No, not everyone will be open and receptive to what you have to say. But if you don't say it, you never create the possibility for someone who is questioning to come forward and ask you. Now is the time for you to strip yourselves of the roles you have been playing and uncover who you really are in human form in this next phase of your evolution. And we are there to assist you. We are serious when we say to you, you will be able to see us and experience us. What great joy that will be for you to know that we are right there with you. We are coming in great numbers because it is time. But in the meantime, you will be patient with this experience of the illusion as we have explained it. Hopefully we've explained it well enough. You are well versed by now. You are all who hear these messages. You are all quite advanced, quite confident in what it is you're doing in the earthly realm. Most of you are living your life in the most authentic way that you know how. Most of you, I would say all of you really that hear these messages, understand unconditional love, compassion for self and others, and are practicing it with great love and great courage, unafraid to express these beautiful frequencies in your world, being that. So look at this. Do not be discouraged. Do not be fearful, for they will distract you from moving forward, moving through this illusion, understanding how it was done, how it is done, how you partake in it, and making sure that you are the master of your life and not some force outside of you. That is all for now. We love you very much. We are there with you. Be excited. Believe in yourselves. Develop those alliances with your community members. Live your life in your authentic self. Go forward. Now is the time. Thank you. We love you very much. That is all. We are Sornia. Goodbye.